Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video just to kind of explain some of these concepts that I've been kicking around here with Chris and then Barton and now you guys. I just real briefly. So the first concept is the Shackleton approach, and basically what it comes from is the story of Ernest Shackleton, who's an explorer who wants to transverse the transatlantic. He wants to go and be the first explorer to ever do this. And he knows it's going to be a long, hard journey ahead. And he knows the ups and downs that are in store for this voyage because he's already tried to do many voyages like this. And so he knows what it takes to get people that are willing to persevere and get through the hard stuff. And so he's in charge of recruiting his crew. So he goes and he puts an article or an ad in the paper looking for a crewman. And he basically in the article he talks about how it is going to be hard and how. In fact, let me just read you the ad. It says, "Men wanted for hazardous journey, small wages, bitter cold, long months of complete darkness, constant danger, safe return doubtful, honor and recognition in case of success." So he tells them all this. It's going to be hard, guys, because this isn't going to be a rosy, picture of a cruise. This is a hard voyage. The ship would end up being called the Endurance. So that gives you an idea of what it is. But anyway, it wasn't more than 3 months. So he ended up finding his crew that responded to that ad. And it wasn't more than 3 months in when they were going through the Antarctic and their ship got stuck in the shelf ice, in the frozen ocean, basically. And it got frozen in place. And they ended up, it was from that time forward, it ended up being about 2 years later before they would even set foot on ground again. They ended up having to camp out on the ice, and then the ice would break and it would melt, and they'd have to get in their boats. And there was 27 of these men. Anyway, I put the link on this page so you can kind of go through and learn a little bit about the story and get the feel of what I'm talking about. But the idea is that the leadership style started long before he ever actually began the voyage. It started in the way he recruited his men. He told them the truth. He was realistic. He gave them, what it was, and then he gave them what the reward would be, and that's how he proceeded. So everyone who he got, he knew that was going to be a asset to him and to the whole group, and that when hard times came, when their ship was pulverized in the ice, and they were left stranded in the middle of the ocean on an iceberg, that these men, he knew he had recruited the right men in the beginning, that they weren't going to quit. They weren't going to start complaining and have all these problems because of the men he recruited from the very beginning. I compare this a lot to Beachbody. In Beachbody, in any network marketing company, we always say, well, we get to choose who we work with. And that's one of the big advantages. But the fact of the matter is in a large part, we don't really choose who we work with. We end up taking whoever comes to us because we have this fear of the fact that if we don't take people, our business won't grow. And if we don't take this person, when will the next one come? And so we end up taking everybody, whether they're really cut out to sell with us or not. And, just like on the Endurance, if he would have taken, he would have painted this rosy picture of what this ship was going to be like, and the first sign of trial, which happens in business all the time, then you're going to have this drama of like having to go and coax these people into action and give them pep talks and all this stuff. He recruited men that he knew when hard times came, they were going to thrive. And so because of how he recruited them. Anyway, so what the other quote that I just want to just mention real quick is one by Jim Rohn, where he says you can lead 1,000, but you can't carry 3 on your back. Well, that's kind of what happens when we accept everybody. We're probably going to get some rock stars, just like if I made a rosy colored did my ad through, trying to get men to go on this endurance trip like Shackleton, and I painted it rosy, I'm probably going to get studs on my trip with me, but I'm going to get a lot of people who aren't. What happens when you're out in the middle of the ocean and you have all these people who are complaining and whining? Do you lose them? Do you throw them overboard? Do you cater to them? Because when you cater to them, the whole ship is in danger. And so the theory is that you recruit less of the right people and you get more production from the right people. But you got to tell the right story. And the story is that it's hard. You be real. You share your sacrifices. Be totally upfront with them. Paint your sacrifices all over the place. The things you've had to do, things you've had to go through. And then you paint the vision of what happens and what that's all about and why it's worth it. Because to be honest with you, a lot of people think that the MLM whole industry is get rich quick anyway, and it's a scheme, and it's all this stuff, and it's easy, it's fast money, and I think it brings home a little dose of reality when you can bring it home and say, look, it's hard. These are the sacrifices I've had to make, but this is the benefit from it. Anyway, rather than trying to take everybody. Anyway, that's the Shackleton approach. Taking that story and applying it to the invite process. And, you can use it with fitness, but it's more specifically geared to the business building opportunity. And anyway, that's the Shackleton approach. There's a few other concepts, but we'll share those in other videos. Thanks.